Welcome back to Tech Rants. My name is Q, and today we're going to be talking about software updates. Um, you know, how, why are they important? If they're important, and has the competition started to heat up? We're going to talk about that before we get started. If you guys like the content, please leave a like on the video, comment down below what you guys think about this and any other videos. Subscribe to be part of the family, share it, tell your friends, all that good stuff. And if you guys would like to donate, excuse me, via Cash App, you may do so at $ the Tech Rant Show. That's $TechRantsSHOW. Donations are never required, but are greatly appreciated. So, before we get started, I would like to address a couple comments that I got. If you guys are having an issue with the camera angle that I'm doing, then come be a camera person. I make these videos mainly so you can hear me. If you have a problem with the camera angle, you guys know the situation. I am a visually impaired YouTuber, so you know, it ain't gonna be perfect. So I got the camera just so I can make the videos if it don't look right. Now when I do unboxing and stuff, I try to get it somewhat right and things like that. And eventually I might change my layout and things like that. But right now, this is what we're gonna go with. So if you don't like it, oh well. But so kind of talked about this in the last video. Google has committed to 7 years of software updates. 7 years. That's quite a long time. And that kind of puts it just ahead of Apple. Most we've ever seen Apple support a phone is for 6 years, but Google says 7 years. And sometimes Apple is wishy-washy with that. Sometimes Apple may only do 5 years. So it really just depends on how Apple is feeling. Samsung, 4 years of software updates, 5 years of security patches. But Samsung says that they're willing to support the devices longer, and they're looking into supporting their devices longer. So first of all, let's answer the question: do software updates matter? I guess it just depends on who you are. To the average consumer, they probably don't, but in all actuality, to a degree, they do. Reason being, now if you spend maybe $100 to $300 on a phone, you probably already have the expectations that it's not going to last too long. But there are people, I know people who have $200 phones that are keeping their phones, the wheels fall off. Not my recommendation, but these are the same people who just want their phones to say hello, goodbye. And that's fine as long as they're not doing nothing strenuous, no personal information on the device. I think that's perfectly fine. But when you get into spending four, five, six, seven, $800,000, $2,000 on these phones, you need your phones to be supported longer. Yeah, they're saying, oh, the average person keeps their phone maybe what, a year and a half to maybe 3 years. That's cool. But there are people who really keep their phones, the wheels fall off. And when you're spending that type of money, you know, the average person, this first of all, the average person is probably financing their phone. So that's one thing. So AT&T and T and Verizon have 36 months installments or 3 years. T-Mobile's the only one that still has um, 2 years. Now with AT&T, of course, you could pay for that next up feature for $6 extra and upgrade after 18 months. That's fine, but where that leaves a problem is that, as far as I know, and if I'm wrong about this, leave a comment down below correcting me. You cannot take advantage of the trade-in offers if you do a next up installment. Sometimes they'll give you an extra, $400 or $500, but you can't get the same deals through a next up installment as you can with an actual trade-in that the device is paid off. So that leaves a problem right there. So if you're keeping these devices for 3 years, after that 3 years is paid off, and if you did not have a device payment, if you had a device payment for those 3 years, you're going to enjoy the fact that your bill may be a little bit cheaper after that. So you might want to keep your phone for another few years. And with iPhones, you can pretty much do that. With an iPhone, if I pay this off in 3 years, I could probably keep my phone for another 2 years without worrying about a payment. Probably ride it till the wheels fall off. Will I do that? Probably not. I don't know. We haven't crossed that bridge yet. But excuse me. Sorry, guys, my allergies. So software updates matter because you're going to continue to use the phone longer. So you need the latest security patches. You want everything to be up to date and everything like that. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do two things at once here. Sorry about that. So this video might be all over the place, as most of them are. So yeah, you want the software updates because you want to remain relevant. You want everything to be up to date, secure. You're keeping these phones for so long, and plus you just paid $1,800 for a phone. You want something that's reliable and that's going to last you. You know, my computer, for example, I paid a good amount of money for my computer. My computer, regular cost is well over $1,000, about $1,500, give or take. The way it's built, I expect it to last at least for the next 10 years. Now, if it doesn't, then, of course, we can sit here and blame, you know, the way manufacturers are nowadays. But the reality is, if you spend so much money on a piece of tech, you expect it to last at least until it's paid off, and maybe beyond that. So, Google is saying, okay, we're undercutting the competition by you're still $100 cheaper than the S23, still $100 cheaper than the iPhone 15. You're still $100 cheaper. Actually, you're $200 cheaper than the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. But you're doing this and you're offering a longer support. So I'm not really going to talk about iOS when it comes to software updates because Apple does pretty good. I think they probably will respond and maybe keep their devices updated a little bit longer. But right now, Apple really does not need to be a part of the conversation. 5 to 6 years is pretty good. Will we like 7 to 10? Sure. But right now, 7 years is doing pretty good. But Samsung, the Galaxy Fold is damn near $1,700. Will we see longer software support coming from Samsung? I think we will, personally. I think we will, and I think it's a good thing. So the fact that Samsung's even considering updating their phones longer past the 5 years, I think that's a good sign. They realize these phones are getting more expensive. They're also realizing customers are not keeping their phone. They're keeping their phones longer. So why not give them a reason to keep their phones longer? And not only that, they could say, well, they could use that as an argument for when customers upgrade. Well, I can buy another Samsung because it's going to upgrade. They're going to keep it updated for longer. So software updates matter. And I encourage companies, especially companies that are selling these expensive phones, commit to a longer software update. They need to get with these chip manufacturers and do something. You know, we have came a long way in software updates for Android. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about iOS in this equation because Apple has done it right as far as that goes. But Samsung, it used to be 2 years of software updates, then it went to 3. So we're making progress. We're making progress. So in all actuality, software updates matter, especially for those that spend their hard-earned money on these devices because it's ridiculous. These prices are ridiculous, and me personally, if I spent my money and if I was the average person and I spent my money on the phone and it stopped being relevant after 2 years or 3 years, I'd be pissed. But that's just me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think software updates matter? Particularly when it comes to Android. Like I said, we're not going to talk about iOS, but do you think, well, I mean, you can leave your comment. Do you think Apple should support their devices much longer? I don't know. Let's have a debate in the comments below. If this was helpful, informative, or entertaining in any way, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Cash App information will be in the beginning of the video and in the description box below. I will catch you guys on the next one. Please be safe. Please be blessed. Later. Peace.